Well, hello everyone. Morning, g'day, wherever you are. It's just gone past 8 o'clock in the morning here, and that's about right. Oh, Trekker's there. That's about right for our 12 o'clock UTC update of the tracker. The noise in the background, the boys are building next door. And Amen. Yeah, they're there. So they just turned up to work about 20 minutes ago, so they're always very having fun in the mornings. They're building another apartment or something. Anyway, and I'm assuming everyone knows this boat. In fact, I was going to ask the question and just leave it for everyone to pick it. But I realised in the second picture that we put the name there. That's Soprano. And that's the amazing guys, Colin Moody and Patrick Allen, that sailed the little tiny boat, all the way across the Atlantic. And when I say little, that's it, which is an incredible story. And they took their clothes with them, and I think they even had a jacket, but because they got to the other side and were real yachting celebrities. They already were. They were sailing a bit, and they said, let's design a little boat and go across the Atlantic in that. And that preempted a few things with the design of little boats. John Guswell knew about that voyage and went to the designers and said, build me a little bit bigger one to go around the world. Maybe, I'm not sure whether he said that at the time, but an amazing story. So that's pretty cool. And the boat already exists. So that's what I wanted to say there. I mean, when I say already exists, it's been restored and she's around. I forget where she is now. Graham will know exactly where she is, so you might say something later. But yeah, an amazing story. Little boat, quite competent, and little boats are very able. So that's pretty cool. And then this was our first take on the following up of Guswell. We all know about that. That was leaving Portugal on the first transatlantic. I was 2 days behind on the qualifier from Lagos to Lanzarote because I was still building the boat, basically, like everyone else does. But anyway, that's cool. And great story. We're supposed to be hearing from. Oh, that wasn't meant to happen. We're supposed to be hearing from Eric this morning. I hope he remembers he's got an appointment today. He may have forgotten. He's been busy writing songs and performing, which you've probably already seen. It's all pretty cool. It's got to have someone in the fleet that's a bit, But anyway, no, it's very good fun. That's really it. And the tracker, I'm hoping they've gone to the 12 o'clock positions. It's quite amazing what's going on. It's great to watch. So you're on the tracker now. I'm going to go on the tracker. When Eric calls in, we will stall this and just talk to Eric and then come back to the tracker. So this is the interesting one. Now, you've got to assume, let's just assume, first of all, we've been out 374 days, so that's pretty cool. We're on the currents, obviously, and let's just talk about what's going on, because it looks like, if this graphic is correct, there you go, Renault's just jumped aboard. He's come down all this way, they all have, to get into the current, but it looks like they may have missed the best part. I'll just look at this, 5.3. That's not what you call a big current boost. They've run just off the edge of it by the look of it, because they're doing a 123-mile day. I'm not sure what the breeze is. Maybe they're getting 1 knot, but the main current stream appears to be off to the side. Now, Kerry's, I better blow this up. You can see the big picture. Kerry's just hooked into this one. They've all got an investment now. If you're going to go away wide and then have the wind fall to the beam at the end, you've got to make sure you get it right. And I'm surprised that Peeler and Renault have really missed the mainstream. That's what it appears to be anyway. If they were coming in, you'd think you'd join about here somewhere. Kerry's gone on the far side. Dan's looking pretty good. I think he'll probably pick up out of this. Anyway, I reckon they've missed it a bit, so we'll come back to that. And look at Jacob. I mean, and the guy's going direct. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. It says he's only doing 4.1, so maybe light winds, which means if Renault's got the same wind, he's doing 5.3, he's getting it over a knot benefit. But it's fun to watch, because if we come back and look at the ultimate destination, there it is there. There's not a lot in it, not a lot at all. So he's got 516 to go, 516. Renault is on 547, so it's 471. So it's about, what's that, only 45 miles, 46 miles behind Renault. So anyway, watch this space. They've got to come up the top here later. Just going to be fun. So that's the current situation, and let's just see what happens in the next 2 days. We've got everyone on the screen there. Bounces like that occasionally. Rightio, I'll just pull it forward a day. Yeah, it's still moving further to the west, so Renault's still missing out. And we go to the 6th, we're pulling right over. So there's no question that these guys, Renault and Peeler, have missed the best part of it. And in 2 days, if they hold that course, they're going to be up here and still missing the best of it. So that might have been a bit of bad luck or whatever. And as I say, you never know whether this is really truly correct. A lot of the graphic comes from sea surface temperature. They work out where the upwelling is on these currents and define it. It's usually pretty good, and it hasn't moved much. If we go 3 days, it's always pretty constant. So I'm surprised they've missed that, or they appear to have missed the big benefit for being over there. It's like in for a penny, in for a pound. You've got to go for it. And they seem to have lost an advantage a little bit of, say, let's say for the moment, about 100 miles of it, about a day, 24 hours. 24 hours at an extra knot, that's another 24 miles. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, Jasmine's in the current, and that's where they all are. So we'll finish with that and come back to the wind. And here we go. Where's the wind? Oh, hang on. The wrong way. Here we go. Rightio, so Jacob's going to get more of a breeze. It's coming around from the back. But anyway, we'll do the fleet first. So Jasmine's doing 5.2, 118 mile day. You've got this okay, Jing Jing? Oh, okay. Speed, 6.2, 137 for ERIC. So he's moving. So if he doesn't call in, he's concentrating on speed, or the adrenaline rush of recording the song has let him sleep a bit longer. We'll see. 6.2, 137. That's not bad. It's moving. And Josh, not moving so fast. 103 and 4.5 knots, and pulling away a bit. Maybe this wind direction is not quite right. Not sure. Anyway, Christian, 5 knots, 111 mile day. And Ayrton, right alongside, who's watching, 108 miles and 4.4. Christian's going to pass him. Yep, Christian's coming up alongside. Kerry, heading right to the edge, maybe going a little bit too far, is 5.8 and 108 mile day. So it must have been soft. There must have been a lot of wind in there. I saw Renault's video yesterday. It was a bit quiet, but not too bad. Dan, 5.6, 106. Yeah, their dailies are down a bit, so maybe, who knows. Peeler, 4.8 and 116 mile day. And Renault, 123 and 5.2 mile day. So, Adam, 4.7, 129. Still getting ground out there because Renault's only managed 123. Adam's on 129. So these guys over here, Jacob not as good as Adam, 4.1 and 126. So Adam's put some pressure on and really going for it. He might, I forget who's got the biggest daily run at the moment. Anyway, let's have a look and see what the wind is going to do. Oh, kick it twice. Rightio, I'm going to push this through every 3 hours. 1, 2, swinging aft a bit, coming a bit more easterly in it. Average speed is about the same. Nothing's really changing there. If anything, you would normally expect it to be a little bit lighter along the coast, but the closer to the coast, the lighter it gets. But let's just see. That's how it's going. So there we're on now. That's on the 5th, so we're up to 24 hours. No, not quite 24 hours. Here we go. So that's so a little bit in and out, but it's pretty solid with the little yellow patches there. That's up in the high 20s, maybe 30 knots, averaging 22, 23, gusting to 30 occasionally. And then the next day, it looks like it's more of the same, but the leaders have got more than the tail enders. And that's 2 days and a half, 2 days and a bit, and it's lightening off, and then it comes in again. So it's cycling. Okay. Now, if we remember that Renault is distance to the finish 471. So let's say he does 150 miles a day. That's 4 days. So 4, maybe 5. Today is it's 4 or 5 days. So Wednesday, the 4th of March, maybe the 8th of March, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If it's 4 days, am I getting this right? Let me see. 2 days is 300. Let's see if he's doing 150. He's not going to do that. So we'll say a good 3 days. It'll be 3.5 days from now. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We might not see him till Sunday. I reckon it's going to be Sunday. So let's see what the leaderboard is saying. Let's see what the leaderboard is saying. Hang on, I just lost my flag. Fell on my shoulder here. Okay. From the start, which is showing an average of 5.7, at least those VMGs are right. It's suggesting the 7th of March, night of the 7th, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Okay. Let's see. I'm just working off Renault here to set the scene. Recent, it's showing the 8. Okay. So that's cool. So maybe it's the 8th, 4th. So the 8th is, I'm cheating here just to make sure it's going to be slow. Yeah, the 8th is the Sunday. That's what I'm saying as well. So Renault, even on today's rate, it's 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. And that's, reasonable expression of an ETA. And if we go from the start, it's showing a little bit better than at the moment, but it's going to come forward of the beam. So anyway, it could be Saturday night, but I reckon it's going to be Sunday morning, and then everyone falling into line behind that. So if we scoot back to this, the best likely scenario, we're looking at ETAs on the from the start. So Jacob, 8th, sometime in the afternoon or something. Daniel is showing next, but they've got the issue of converging the courses. So Jacob's coming, doing pretty well at the moment behind Pila. But let's see what happens. And then Adam late on the 8th, so Sunday. So Ayrton's going to be Monday, and so it goes. Go down to Jasmine. She's going to be on the 11th. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Wednesday, still plenty of time before the prize giving. So there you have it. Okay, we just want to look at sailing conditions, which should be light, fluffy clouds, because this is typically trade winds now. If I blow this up one more time, there's the fleet. Give you a bit more fleet room. That's everyone. Okay, we'll get off of that. Come on. And we go for clouds. Yep, that's sort of generally indicating light fluffies. And waves still, it's backed off a bit. Okay, that's in 4 days' time. So here's the current stuff, still showing about 3 meters probably. A little bit less down the back for Josh. So that probably explains why Josh is so slow, because there's probably less local breeze there maybe. A bit hard to say. And going forward with the waves, 1 day, boom, boom, near enough there. Same, 6, getting a bit lighter. So conditions are going to get better as the wind's swinging forward of the beam. So not too bad. Here's Ayrton ringing in. Hang on, Ayrton, I've got to get back onto the tracker here so they can see what's happening. Are you ringing because Eric didn't ring? Hang on.
Nobody's fault because Eric didn't call you, so you don't feel so bad.
Yes, we were feeling a little bit lonely. So how's everything in your world?
It's been very soft winds in the last 24 hours. I have had a full main and jib up all night, and this morning I turned left a little bit more west to catch. So I had to bring down the mainsail. I've got the A7 up with 3.
Well, must be rolling. Just lost it a bit there then. I think we've lost him. Okay. He might come back. There you are. You're back again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, got you now.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the full main and the jib all night, and this morning I turned left a little bit more to west. So I've got the A7 up, and I am sailing with that. But there's not much wind, but it's very comfortable, and not much waves either.
Yeah, because the tracker's showing seas of like 3 meters, 3.5 meters or something. But I think it seems to be a bit less, eh?
No, it's much less than that. It's very comfortable on the boat. I even made myself a breakfast this morning, a few eggs and some bits and pieces inside, and so the conditions are really fantastic at the moment. Yes, it's a little bit slow, but I think when I catch the current, Canada not at least, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So you're running, the breeze is about, what's the breeze, about 80 degrees apparent? Like just forward of the beam, or is it still on the beam? Lost him. Is the wind just forward of the beam or just on the beam?
Yes, no, I mean, the wind is coming on the quarter very much on the more like from behind us, almost like not southeasterly, but coming more south than ever.
Yeah, okay. So that's, because the graphic is still showing it's, forward of the beam, Anyway.
No, it is not, because with that kind of wind, you pick up a lot more speed, you see. So
Yeah.
and I've had to bring down my mainsail and just put the A7 up. She seems to be more comfortable with that. To be honest with you, there is room for an A5, but I need to put that up. I can't be bothered at the moment.
You're in racing mode. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Well, Antigua is going to be there, and if I get there Monday, it'll be fantastic. If I get there Tuesday, I'll be equally happy.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, now you're replacing Eric. We need you to sing us a song now, because this was the singing spot,
If I could sing, I would sing all day long for you. But if I did that, you would have no more viewers ever, forever.
Okay. Yep, makes sense. All right. Well, we'll relieve you from that request. I'm just checking if anyone's. No one's asked any questions. They know all about you now, so nearly all over. I'm trying to get the press release out today, but too much to do. Anyway, just to announce your arrival and what's happened.
Well, I'm sure whoever will arrive a couple of days before than me. I think it's very interesting now, because obviously Jacob might arrive first. Who knows?
Well, yeah, I'm surprised. You probably saw it looks like Renault and Peeler have missed the main current stream. They've been a little bit too far to the east. Yeah, maybe wrong, but
I don't know why he's done that. I haven't asked him, but I'm sure he's aware of where he is.
Yeah, exactly. Strange, Maybe he's got secret weather.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting because they are so close at the front. So, I don't regret coming this way, because this is the comfortable route,
Yeah, exactly. No, it's good to watch. Okay, well, that's good. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I hope you get a little bit of a rest and take Jane to a nice restaurant nearby for me.
Yeah, we caught up with Tapio yesterday. That was fun. But anyway, yes, we'll get there eventually. We never stressed. I always say, oh, yeah, busy. I'm busy, but we're never that busy, So that's life. Okay. Good to chat.
See you soon.
Yeah, thanks, Ayrton. See you later. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Okay. All right. So we got someone anyway. All right. Now, before we get there, I've got some reports here. Jane was pinching my reports yesterday and putting them up as posts. She put a lot of posts up yesterday. Yesterday, Sun Bear. How far back do we go? 10:31. Jasmine. Here we go. Yeah, we did Jasmine's. Okay, I think I'm on Josh. Did I give you Josh's? I couldn't have, because it's 10:31. So Josh on Skookum. Second of the three. No, I must have. This passage has proved to be what we call the sting in the tail. No, I've read that. Okay, Sun Bear. Yesterday, 5:31. I think I gave you Sun Bear as well. Rain squalls, choppy seas. Right, yes. Yeah, we've read you that one. I don't know whether I read Argo. Cheapers, I'm losing track of time. Eric made me curious to find out what Australian. Oh no, I've read you that one. And Peter Punk, all good on board, despite my body always being damp. Yeah, I haven't read you this one. I'll do it again just so we know for sure. Peter Punk, All good on board, despite my body always being damp and a slight but constant headache from lack of sleep. I'm staying focused to finish this leg as best as possible. It's been a sprint from the start, a 2,500-mile sprint, but now there are only 600 left. Emotions for the finish. Now it's time to concentrate. She's going for it. She does a lot on Instagram as well. I just saw some of the stuff there. She's got a big following on Instagram and putting great posts up. Jane from France. So that was, maybe I read you that yesterday because this was the okay, I probably read you that yesterday. Still the Amber Christian. Then this was from Kerry. It will be. Kerry sent a message to everyone about. I don't know whether Jane.
No, I did not read this one.
No, but did you put the video up?
No.
Okay, there's Kerry passed a message. There's an oil rig there. You see that oil rig? Just tipping everyone off that was behind him, saying that it'll be well lit at night, obviously, and they've got a standby vessel there as well. But he's just cruising past it and just wanted to let everyone know. So not so much a report as a navigation advice. So that it will be well lit overnight. Keep a watch out for this jack-up rig and two support vessels. That was to Ayrton, Christian, Josh, Jasmine, and Eric, who were following up behind. So that was that one. And then a message from Ayrton, tracker, a full main and jib, pretty right, beautiful full moon, all's well. Okay, we only had a couple of people wanting to know questions from the question box that we put up probably a week or so ago. So I answered those questions online. I answered them directly with a short answer to them. So if you're waiting for me to do a live, it wasn't worth it. There's only a couple of questions. G'day, Christine. Brad Daniels, good morning. Hope things are going well. Yep, all good here. Hello from Lanzarote. Yvonne and Jonathan. It's a horse race now. Yeah, it's quite fun to see. And it'll be amazing to work out what's going on at the end. Because remembering, even though Jacob and Adam are right, they look as if they're going there, there's the issues of the wind and thingo, but they've also gained. They weren't that close before. They probably were another 60 miles behind that. So they've picked up a bit already. Jacob's taking a shot at trying to catch Renault. Yeah, wouldn't that be funny? Tracker, very comfy. Jonathan Lewis, thanks for the report, Ayrton. Sing it, man. Bradley, yeah. But I know Ayrton. I knew he wasn't going to. Anyway, maybe Renault follow your suggestion and slow down a bit on purpose. We were discussing this yesterday with Tapios here as our official finish boat, that to come in at like 3 o'clock in the morning is dead boring, but to come in at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock is really good. But we'll wait and see. You've got to make sure you're not losing anything by slowing down a bit. You only slow down right at the end, even if you turn in circles. But it's a common thing to do. It's sort of a staged arrival for the sake of followers and videos and pictures and all that stuff. But we'll have to wait and see. We never know. Okay, that's it. Thanks, everybody. We will like and share and all that stuff that Christine mentioned. And we will see you tomorrow. See you later.